You have learned that there's greater value in maintaining consistency,
Yes.
even if the level of performance is lower. You know that taking one day break or giving into that mental excuse
Yes.
is actually more devastating or will hinder your progress more than anything else.
Absolutely. Welcome to the Secure Marriage Podcast, where we believe it's possible to fight less, feel understood, and enjoy a deeper connection with your spouse.
Apparently you have a title already.
We're your hosts, Paul and Shannon Elmore, and on today's episode, why doing planks makes your marriage better.
Yes, it does. He says reluctantly into the camera, but with every attempt to please his wife. Here we go.
You're silly. Happy New Year. 12 days late?
Yeah, it's the 12th.
It's the new year, and this is the first podcast that we're putting out. We have spent the first
12
almost
days.
2 weeks
Yeah.
with COVID of the
Yeah.
year. So we haven't been able to do, well, I started it.
It's her fault. She got it and then she gave it to me.
And I was pretty sure that he brought it home from someone else, but apparently he actually did get it from me.
So today's podcast is about how to not
Blame your spouse.
even though it is all her fault.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny. No, I thought we could talk about, you thought this was a dumb idea, but that's okay. I'm going to bring it up anyway.
This is how our life normally goes, everybody.
No, normally when we do a podcast, you pick something out and you surprise me with it and then you throw me under the bus. So I'm doing that this time.
Great, let's go.
Even though I didn't throw you under the bus because I told you what I was thinking.
That's right.
All right, moving on. Let me get a drink.
Yes.
This year I made a commitment to, and you want to do it with me, to start strengthening and building my upper body.
Yes.
So that when we do the mud runs and
Yes.
stuff like that, because you're doing those with me this
Yes.
year, that I'll be prepared for those. That's my upper body strength is my weakest thing. And so at the end of last year, I decided, starting on the 1st of January, I was going to do planks,
Yes.
box steps,
Yes.
squats,
Yes.
push-ups, and then hiking every day or walking every day.
And then COVID got in the way.
Yes, and then COVID got in the way. And I decided that there's so many times when we make commitments to do things and something comes up and we're like, okay, we'll just put it off one more day, or we start it out and then we go, oh, I failed today, so I'm just going to wait till tomorrow. Being sick with COVID is a very good reason to say, I can't do these things that I've committed to.
Physically cannot
Yes.
do it. You can't breathe. Your lungs aren't functioning correctly.
You ache everywhere.
You have a fever of 102 for 3 days.
Yes. But I decided that,
That'd be my wife.
yes, I decided that this commitment was really important to me. And I do a lot of hard things when I do these mud runs. So I thought maybe I could at least do one hard thing while I had COVID. And if that just meant getting up off of the couch and laying on my stomach on the floor trying to do a plank, I would still be doing the act of following through with that commitment, making the attempt to do something rather than just going, it's out of my hands, I can't do anything.
Right.
I wanted to kind of have at least some control over that for myself. And if that meant a 5-second plank for me, success, because I was sticking to the commitment. Now, the other things that I haven't been able to do any of those, but a plank, it's not that hard to roll yourself off the couch onto the floor.
Right.
Well, okay, it really was kind of hard.
It can be challenging.
I won't lie. But I'm really proud to say that, and you've done it with me even when you've got COVID.
Yeah, when I got sick too.
And so it's been really, really good to see. We've had several people, and we've been videotaping these.
Right.
We've had several people message us saying, why are you doing this while you're sick? You know, it's okay to take a break and rest and recover and give your body.
Yeah, we're posting these to our Instagram account
at
Secure Marriage. So if you want to go back and see them for the first 11 days here, we haven't posted today's number 12. But if you want to see what it's like to have a couple who's both struck down with COVID doing planks and what happens.
Yeah. And some people might cheat a little bit. And
Yes, my wife is a cheater.
No. Okay, just watch the videos and then we'll see who's the cheater. But we've had lots of people ask us why we're doing this.
Yeah.
And for me, I think it's so easy for me to say, okay, I'll just start tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I really didn't I wanted to start my year doing it regardless of what came up.
Right.
And COVID came up. I wasn't expecting that.
And that's a big thing to come up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was stupid. But anyway.
But you are not letting that be an excuse. You are
Yes.
still saying the commitment to change, the commitment to getting better is more important or is more valuable than the few extra minutes of rest or
the
comfort laying down.
The minute and a half
Yeah.
or 30 seconds of extra distress that it might cause.
You have learned that there's greater value in maintaining consistency,
Yes.
even if the level of performance is lower. Again,
Yes.
you're not doing planks as long as you could be doing them if you were healthy and strong and your body was functioning correctly.
Right.
But you know that taking one day break or giving into that mental excuse
Yes.
is actually more devastating or will hinder your progress more than anything else.
Absolutely.
And so
You worded that so good. You're so good at this.
And so you have been diligent. You have been relentless in making sure that you are going to get this done. And we do them at the end of the day because
Sometimes it's not been
tired.
9 o'clock at night when it's like, okay, come on, we have to get up and do this.
We're going to do this anyway.
Right.
Yep. Fortitude.
The fortitude. Yes.
You have fortitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Your fortress of fortitude.
Okay. Just a little weird. So because you're just so amazing, how does this play out in marriage?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's super, super easy. Most couples, when they're in some level of struggle or discouragement or frustration, they are waiting for the other person to make the changes first before they are willing to do the hard work. Mm-hmm. Because they rationalize in their head somehow that this has to be fairsies, or I don't want to work harder than the other person. And let me put it the other way. I'm willing to work hard only if the other person is willing to work hard as well.
Right.
And if they're not going to work hard, then I'm not going to work hard at it. And you let the person with the lower level of commitment set the tone or set the bar for changing or making your marriage healthy. And whether it is doing planks or building upper body strength or changing your marriage, you have to get into the mindset that says, I am not going to let anything get in the way of doing right behavior. It might not be as much right behavior as I wanted to do.
Right.
It might not be as easy because my husband, my wife, my spouse is being an actual jerk right now.
Right.
And choosing to have that good response is much, much harder than if they were less jerk-like and if they were less jerk-like, and my response would be easier, a good response would be easier to put out there. But that's just not how it goes. And so if you are serious about changing your marriage, if you're saying 2024, we want to end the year in a much better place than we are at coming into the year, it's going to require you to say, every day I'm going to do the healthy, wise, mature things to make my marriage better, even if that means I'm doing it by myself,
right.
And even if that means I don't want to do it today.
Right. Like if you watch our video of our today's plank, I said, I am so over this. I don't want to do these anymore.
And yet she still does them.
Yes.
She still chooses to get them done.
Right.
So it's not a lot of fluff. It's not a lot of, again, unicorns and butterflies in today's podcast. It is a lot of honest conversation about what it takes to have a healthier marriage.
Right.
And that is a strong commitment to doing the hard thing, but the right thing.
Right. And it's making a daily choice. To do the right thing.
Every time.
Even when you don't want to, you still have a choice and you can still choose to do it.
Yep. So if that is you, if you are listening to this podcast and you're going, I know that I need to make my marriage better. I know that I can improve myself and therefore end up having a better relationship. But I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know where the beginning point is, but I am bound and determined to make my marriage better or make myself better. Here's the exact steps you take. Go to securemarriage.com and you're going to find up in the courses where it says Relationship Roadmap.
Yep.
You're going to click on that and you're going to buy that course. It's going to cost you something, but this is an investment into your relationship. And if you are honest with yourself, a small investment in a course to have a better marriage is a heck of a lot cheaper than the cost of divorce or the emotional cost of separation or the emotional distance that happens when you are so disconnected from your spouse for years and years or months and months. It is so cheap when it comes to the massive return it gives.
Right.
It shows you exactly what you need to do so that you can be the best version of yourself. You can be the healthiest spouse in the relationship. And therefore, it will start to create this contagious invitation for your spouse to say, wait a second, you're getting better at this. I want to join in and get better at this as well. I want to be in this with you. Hold on. Welcome to the COVID cough. It just doesn't go away. And this is the most talking we've done in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
We apologize, by the way. Are you done?
Yeah.
We apologize for the delay in getting these podcasts out, but they would not have actually happened at the beginning of the year because, we were dying.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have been able to do them. So
COVID beds.
But we're back. We haven't gone anywhere. We're committed to doing this. And we want to still provide the best tools to have a lovely, amazing relationship. So that's what you do to get started. If your marriage is doing great, you're just listening to this for some encouragement, we have a favor to ask. Find a way to rate this podcast.
Yeah.
If you've enjoyed it, give us an honest rating. So, in the 4, 5, 6 star range. And if it sucked and you're going, this is a terrible podcast, be honest as well. And give us a 4, 5, or 6 star rating as well. And let us know what you think. Or feel free to share it. There's always a share button on any podcast app out there. And if you have that friend or coworker or family member or somebody that says, I think they might appreciate or get something from this episode, hit that share button, text it to them and say, hey, we came across these guys. You okay there?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Your toes were wiggling and touching me and I was like, how did a dog get in here? Where'd a dog sniffing me?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
We might have other things that we need to work on in our relationship here, but yes, we have not gotten a dog.
No.
It is my toes wiggling on your booty as we sit here on the chair next to each other.
Okay.
Anyway, that didn't derail that conversation at all. At all. If you have friends, tell them about us. That's the bottom line.
Yep.
You done?
Yes, I'm done.
Are you on any sort of medication?
Nope, it's all me.
It's going to be a fun year, everybody. We are really looking forward to doing 2024 well.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to changing as many marriages as possible. We'd love to hear from as many of you if there's something specific we can help out with. So feel free to email us and let us know how we can help. Anyway.
We're really excited about this year. Should be a good one.
I think... Excuse me. I think we're going to end there.
You done?
It's going to be a shorty but goodie. And
all right.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Okie doke.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.